that's how I proved it to myself, because that's when I became a paid regular at the Comedy Store when I was 23 years old, and that's when I knew there was no more doubt. You know, it wasn't, because when you start out doing comedy, you might be thinking like, oh, am I funny, or am I funny enough, or there's all kinds of doubt when you're starting off in this stuff.
Yeah.
Because, you're one of the primal fears of people is to stand in front of a bunch of others, kind of doing this stuff. It's pretty fucking scary.
Right.
But no, I knew for a fact. I was funny. It was the night I got my when I was made a paid regular. Okay, here's the story. So I'm in LA. It's the year 2000.
Okay.
Literally, I left January 1st. I left Columbia, South Carolina, January 1st, the year 2000. Drove my fucking piece of shit used car towards the sun for fucking 4 days. I drove like either 12 or sometimes 14 hours just across the fucking continent.
It's beautiful.
And just chasing it, man. Chasing the dream, man. And I got there, and let's see. So I got there. It took me about a week, and then as soon as I got there, I was figuring out, okay, where to go. I wanted to go to the Comedy Store most of all, but I looked at like the Laugh Factory and the Improv, and I was trying to figure out how do you sign up for their open mics, how do you get your foot in the door, kind of thing. The Laugh Factory, their things were, their open mics was Sunday, but you had to like get there early and wait in line. You had to camp out all day long.
This was at the Comedy Store?
No, this is at the Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory, my
okay,
bad.
and you had to camp out all day long, and then I don't remember the rest of it, how the rest of it worked, because I was just like, you had to do what? Camp out all day? Fuck that shit. I'm not doing that. So then I was like, oh, go over to the Comedy Store, which I wanted to go anyway. And what you did was you would go there early in the mornings on Sundays. They'd have a sheet out, and they'd have like 30 slots, right? 30 slots. So you would sign your name. Okay, then around 4:30 in the afternoon, you get back. They would come outside with a bucket full of tickets. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's 15 spots, but 30 names. So there's 15 numbered spots and 15 blank tickets. Mm-hmm. You pull a ticket. I pulled blank tickets for almost 3 months, 3.5 months or so. Come March, and this is every week I'm going back out to the Comedy Store. I don't remember the Improv. I don't think they even had an open mic at that time. But I was like, fuck it, I'm going Comedy Store.
Right.
And I did little piddly shows here and there, open mics around LA shit, where there's like nobody there kind of shit. It was awful. It was god awful. I mean,
worse than the mics here?
Oh, dude! I mean, literally, there was
we got some good mics here.
No, I'm talking like they had a microphone set up. There is no host. There's no nothing. There's a microphone. Hey, kid, you want to do some stuff? There's your mic. Go. Yeah,
Wow.
there's nothing there. There's a mic that's turned on. You go up, and you're the only person there. And then there's the bartender. That's it. And dude, my shit back then was so fucking raw and high energy, but raw as fuck.
Rawer than what you do now?
Oh my god, yes.
Rawer than you put peanut butter on your dick?
Dude, I used to fuck with that. Was genius, number one. But
no, I agree.
But no, I had a song about I love a parade about all kinds of monkeys smoking crack or some dumb shit. I can't believe I used to do this nonsense. Right. It was so ridiculous. But anyway, so yeah, I did that for about little piddly shows for almost 3 months, and then I finally pulled a ticket around March. I started pulling tickets, numbered tickets at the Comedy Store. And then once I pulled that first numbered ticket, just Lady Luck seemed to like me. So I kept pulling numbered spots. I was like, sweet. So I kept getting up. It was 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. Make the most of it. 3 minutes.
Which room were you in at the Comedy Store?
The original room.
So the big one.
Yeah, there's the main room is the biggest one. That's the more modern one. The original room is the one they started out with.
Okay. Is there the belly room too?
The belly room's upstairs. Yeah, that's kind of the smaller room.
So the original room is like a split between the belly room and the main room in terms of size.
Kind of, sorta. It's the yeah. You'll know it when you see the main room because that's when we got all the. If you see a performance where they're like Louis
recorded a special there. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the main room. Yeah.
And but yeah, the original room's that's where we were doing it, and had a little. It was like about the size of here, almost like a baseball dugout where all the comedians were hanging out and whatnot. But no, I did it for about 8 months. Now, in order to become a paid regular, you need a paid regular to sponsor you and say, hey, this guy deserves a shot for a showcase, right?
Right.
And some guys would ask after a certain time, whatnot. I don't think I asked. It's been a long time. But I got sponsored by Bobby Lee.
Really?
Yeah, I got sponsored by Bobby Lee. He suggested me to be paid regular, and I never forgot that. Never forgot that, man. I got another story about how my ego, when I had my encounters with my own fucking ego and shit. Oh, I learned.
That had to be cut down to size?
Yeah. One night I was up there, we're doing just regular stuff, and when you're paid regular, you do 15-minute sets and whatnot. And I was so fucking full, like I'm the Captain Hot Shit, King Swinging Dick. Mm-hmm. I did my set, and I was like, all right, everybody, because there's no host. the first guy does his stuff, the second guy, then you introduce the second guy introduces the third guy, this kind of stuff. It's, you're doing comedy and learning about hosting. But anyway, one night I said, all right, coming up next is one of the few comedians here at the Comedy Store that can actually follow me, and it was Bobby Lee. It was kind of a compliment. I thought a compliment to him, but exactly. And I was like, now I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck?
So did Bobby get pissed at you over that?
No, he was just like, oh shit. And then
Did the whole room hate you after that?
No, comedians did. I remember Duncan Trussell, he was the booker at that time. Then I remember he called me up, like I think the next day or two, and he said, hey man, I've got some reports about you. And I was like, what's going on? He said, yeah, apparently you've been a real asshole or some shit. And I said, apparently you said something like, one of the few comedians that can actually follow me, Bobby Lee. And I was like, that's when it hit me. I was like, oh my God, I'm an asshole. What the fuck? Luckily, I'm the type where if you point it out to me, I won't deny it. And I was like, oh God, no. So I said, I can't show my face tonight. I was so embarrassed. I was like, just cancel it for tonight, man. And then he's like, no, you should do it. And I said, no, I just can't. And then after a couple hours later, I called up. I said, no, I'll do it. Fuck it. And he was like, no, I already switched out somebody else, man. But I learned. I really learned. I was like, don't ever... like that egotistical bullshit when you think you're hot shit. Just don't.
Yeah,
I see.
Purge that out of you.
Yeah,
when you sense it, it's like a cancer.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, I'm glad I got that out of the way when I was younger, because I see dudes doing that shit these days, and I'm just like, guys that I came up with at the Comedy Store. I see them now, and I'm like, ooh, you weren't like that back in the day. Now that you've got some success, suddenly now you think you're king swinging dick.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. That's career suicide.
Yeah,
you got to watch it. But anyway, so Bobby Lee sponsored me to be a paid regular.
Can you talk about how that happened? Because you obviously maybe met Bobby Lee and then he saw your stuff. Like,
basically.
What was the interaction? I mean,
no, it's just the same thing like at any comedy club. I'm sure it's like that at the Comedy Zone, because you're just open micers and guys are hanging out there. Because once the open mic was there, I think there was a host for just kind of starting off the show on the potluck open mic nights and whatnot. Was Bobby Lee. Most of the time he was hosting. Yeah, the open mic nights, I think Bobby Lee was hosting it. Because I don't think that, once you're a regular, you introduce each other. But for the open micers, no, Bobby Lee was hosting. That's right. And that's how he got to know me, and there's just interaction and talking and whatnot. Yeah. But then... I
love Bobby Lee, man.
Oh, yeah. He's
obviously,
cool,
I don't know him, but he is...
Oh, he's done quite well for himself. And dude, you talk about black don't crack bullshit, Asian don't fucking crack, dude. That dude looks pretty much the same.
How old is he?
I have no idea. I think he's like 900. He's like just as short as Yoda and shit, but dude, I swear to God, I'm like...
Asian people do live a long time too, don't they? I mean, I feel like I'm thinking about like the Mao Dynasty shit. Like,
genetics, man. Yeah. I'm telling you. Good genetics. But like, so he sponsored me, and then I got told, hey, you got a showcase, because they would do like the open mics, and then they would do it on Sundays, I believe, or Mondays or some shit. I don't remember. But Mitzi Shore herself, she watched the showcases. There wasn't somebody watching or whatever, then they'd report. No, Mitzi Shore herself always watched showcases. Now, you do 3 showcases. Now, again, you're doing 3 minutes during the open mic, okay? So you do a 5-minute showcase, right? And if you pass, then you come back next week and you do a 10-minute showcase. If you pass, you come back and you do a 15-minute showcase, which is the standard professional set.
So Mitzi's approving all 3 of those?
Oh, absolutely. She was there every single time, right? And so, and the 15-minute sets is once you're a paid regular, you do 15-minute sets in in all the rooms and whatnot, unless you're going to do a 30-minute set, whatever. But, like a standard franchise club from back in the day, the opener does 15 minutes.
Right.
The feature does 45 or a half hour, and then the headliner does like an hour or 90 minutes, whatever. So 15-minute sets, which was one thing I really loved about the Comedy Store, the amount of development you could get. We'll get to that in a minute about... You're doing 4 to 5 sets in a week, and they're all 15-minute sets, man. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I did the 5-minute set, passed. Did the 10-minute set, and then because each time I would go to Mitzi, like you always show fucking respect. Because dude,
say thank you so
piss
much
off, exactly.
for the opportunity.
You piss off Mitzi, you're fucking done, son. Like for real. You might as well move the fuck out of LA. It's over. It's fucking over. You got to go to New York now because it's fucking done.
Yeah.
She had so much power, dude, with the fucking make one call. David Bakker, I don't like him. Everybody does the Mitzi voice when they talk about David Bakker, I don't like him. She was a little bit
like
older.
that Dan Danner though. He's really funny.
It's kind of like that. But like I don't like him, and I don't want him working here or anywhere else. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much, if word gets out that Mitzi doesn't like you, that usually means you fucked up royally. You did something very bad. And if you piss her off, then it's just over, man.
What could piss her off?
If
The
you were
ego,
doing some
maybe?
kind of no, I'm talking like
insensitive material.
No,
Like what?
jeez, at the Comedy Store, you can pretty much do whatever you want. But like, she knows, like, if you were doing some sort of like anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish kind of stuff, because their family's Jewish.
Yeah.
But if you're doing some sort of racist shit, but she always knew like who was.
Yeah, she
who
could
meant
tell.
it,
She
who
could tell
meant
where
it.
their hearts were at.
Basically,
Yeah.
But if you fucked up, did something stupid, or just really bad, if you did something bad, it's not just about making mistakes. Like, you did something bad,
Yeah.
you're fucking done.
Did you watch the Comedy Store documentary?
Yeah, but I don't remember much about it.
It's a new one. It
new one?
came out
I think it's a series.
so
or something,
recent.
isn't it?
It's a series. Yeah, it's
that's
several
why, that's why.
episodes.
Okay.
So I watched it on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
And,
Amazon Prime, get that plug.
Yeah, dude. Like they need it.
Yeah, I
Bezos.
know, right? Bezos
So-
and his dick rocket
Yeah,
into
put
space.
your check in the mail.
But,
Bobby Lee told a story about, and dude, you could have been on this documentary, honestly, as a paid regular. But the story was how Louis C.K. didn't get passed by Mitzi. Like Bobby Lee was in the audience,
Yeah.
and Louis was on for like 30 seconds, and Mitzi was like, "Light him, he doesn't have it." And Bobby
Damn.
Lee went to Mitzi and said, that's Louis C.K. You can't let Louis C.K. At this time, Louis was already an accomplished comedian from New York. And she's like, "I don't care. He doesn't have it." and Louis finished his set because he's like, "Fuck you. I'm doing my time." Like, Louis, I mean, I don't know Louis. I've worshipped him enough to know a little about his temperament. And he basically was like, chip on his shoulder, especially back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
So he just did his time. But I'm sure he pissed Mitzi off. He never was a regular or was even able to perform there much. He came back, I think
That's
maybe
funny.
after Mitzi had died. He recorded a special there a few years later. The other comedian that never got passed at the Comedy Store is Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew about that. The knock on Jerry was that he was too polished.
Yeah,
And
that's
Mitzi
one thing.
sort of liked this. Made me tell me if this jives with your experience. This is all off of documentary
Go ahead,
shit.
go ahead.
But basically, Mitzi kind of liked people that were unique, rough around the edges, like authentic, like.
That's actually no. It's basically she liked. That's kind of true. She liked. She didn't want you polished. That's because she didn't want you already finished. Like she liked to help. She was big on. She was very much like my experience with her was very much the mother hen type. She
Yeah.
was very much on helping guys develop. From the bottom up.
Sure.
If you were already fully developed, you hatching from your egg of comedy, if you will, coming out as a fully like I'm a professional, ready to go. Full,
Yeah.
headliner comedian, then it's like, well, no, I don't want you here.
Yeah.
They might have you pop in, like I know, like Louis C.K. and Jerry Seinfeld, they did some stuff in the main room, whatnot, here and there, whatnot.
Oh, I'm
But,
sure
like,
years later. This is kind of like
as a regular, though, no, they wouldn't have them because they're already finished. Like she loved to help out those just coming up and developing and whatnot. Like for example, I got a story about that. When I was there in LA for a couple of years and I left. And I was gone for like a year and a half. Then I went back again, but I was there for like 4 months. I was like, I fucking hate LA. And I don't remember why I left. I just didn't like LA. But when I left, I re-showcased for Mitzi to regain my status as paid regular. But on that, and I already knew I was leaving, so I did my showcase and I thanked Mitzi for everything she ever did for me, like, the opportunities and everything else. But this just LA isn't for me. I think maybe I'll try New York. So I just don't like LA, and it's just so miserable and lonely and dirty and filthy, and it's just ew. And I just thanked her for everything. And then when I got off the stage and thanked her again in person, she was like, "No, Dan, no, you don't. What do you need? Do you need a job? Do you need a place to stay?" She was no bullshit. Mitzi Shore was willing to give me a place to stay and a job if I would stay. And I said, "Well, I appreciate it, but I'm already getting packed up, and I just don't like LA." And she goes, "I understand." Mm-hmm. I said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "Well, I'll go back to South Carolina, maybe go up to New York and try something there." I never did. But she offered me like help if I needed it. She's that type. If she likes you, and she can tell that you're trying shit out, whatnot. Yeah, she would always have your back.
That's really nice.
Here's also to finish off the story of my showcasing. So I did the 5-minute showcase. Walk up to her. "Oh, thank you so much." She goes, "Good job, Dan." And I said, "So I'll come back."
Good job, Dan.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, and she's like, "Good job, Dan." I was like, "All right, cool." So she goes, "You passed." And I said, "Great." So she goes, "They'll call you and you come back next week." I was like, "Great." So the following week I come back and I showcase. I did the 10 minutes, right? And I got done and came up to Mitzi and she was like, "Good job, Dan." I said, "Oh, great. So I'll come back next week." She goes, "No, you're good." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You're good." you made it. Getting choked up thinking about it. That's when I knew. That was when I finally made the dream come true, dude. I was a professional comedian. Walked outside, smoked a cigarette. I was waiting for the movie's orchestral music. Ha, ha, ha. It wasn't there, but I remember noting, I need the movie music. But I looked up, it was a full moon. And I was just out there and I was like, holy shit, I fucking did it. I'm a paid regular at the Comedy Store. To my eyes, that was like, I'm a professional comedian now. I did it.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do the 15-minute showcase, David.
Is that what you're crying to? Like, thank God I don't do the 15 minutes.
No. I was just like, holy shit, I did it, and I didn't have to do the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Mitzi Shore just told me I'm good.
Yeah.
So, and that's when I knew. I was like, I'm fucking funny.
Yeah.
I'm fucking funny, dude. I know that for a fact. I know it in my head. I know it in my heart. I'm fucking funny. My jokes might not always work, but that's because I fucked it up. But I'm fucking funny.
Yeah. That's special, man. That's really special.
Well, I'm special. Short bus special.
You're special.
I wear the helmet.
You're fucking retarded.
With the water wings.